let's convert some Chaos Space Marines. Hello, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk. So in this video, I'm going to be converting some Chaos Space Marines from the Blackstone Fortress set. So you get like 2 Chaos Space Marines and a Chaos Lord, and there's not much sort of variation between the 2 Marines. So I thought we'll try and do something different with them. I'm going to give different weapon options to the regular Chaos Space Marines and give them new heads as well. And also going to convert the Chaos Lord, give him a different weapon and head. So I'm doing Night Lords for my Chaos Space Marines. I'm very tempted to start a new Night Lords army. So some of these conversion parts I use will be sort of more themed towards Night Lords, but using the same principles you can sort of convert yours up however you wish. If you're new to this channel, then welcome, and if you like all things miniature wargaming, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. We do lots of conversion videos like this, also painting tutorials and battle reports and much more. And before we begin, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to our patrons who help support this channel. If you want to know what Patreon is all about, the link is down below, and when this video first goes out, there will be another video that goes alongside it where I convert some of the Traitor Legion from the Blackstone Fortress, and you can see that right now in Patreon, and it will go up on YouTube in the future. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we have the 2 Chaos Space Marines from the Blackstone Fortress set. We'll be looking at the Chaos Lord later on in this video as well. So what I'll do first, I'll show you guys how you can convert these up to have different weapons. I'll give them different heads, and one of them can have a different backpack as well. So this first one, we are going to turn him into a plasma gunner. And I just so happen to have a plasma gun here. This is from the Chaos Space Marine set. As you can see, there's no hands on it, so we have to do something about that first. So this is the bolt gun that comes with this miniature, and that obviously would go there. We want this hand piece here, so I'm going to start chopping this up. And it's just a case of chopping it off like so there. And then we're just going to gradually hack away at these pieces here. So that way it just ensures the hand stays nice intact. And then we can come in with a knife, just sort of neaten this up a little bit. And then with the plasma gun, we just chop off the handle. Which, if you've used the Chaos Space Marine kit, you would have to do this anyway. Now of course you could use a flamer, a melter gun, even just a different type of bolt gun if you so wish. The method would be exactly the same. I'm just sort of neatening this up with a file. So obviously, as you can see, we need a hand here as well, and taking the one off here would be sort of quite difficult really. You wouldn't get it dead perfect. We need to chop this little peg off here. And we can just take a hand from another kit. So I've got a Space Marine one here. Obviously if you could get a Chaos Space Marine hand, that would be better, but I just have a regular Space Marine one available just from the tactical squad. You can get these in a lot of squads. Now I haven't glued any of this together. These are snap fit miniatures, but I will be gluing all the parts we're adding on now, apart from this hand, because that can just go in there like so. And by not gluing it in, that means we can adjust it how we want. But I will glue on the plasma gun, and I will glue on the hand. So the hand here, we're going to chop down at the wrist, like so. That gives us quite a good cut actually, but I will just file it ever so slightly, and that is the first piece that you actually want to glue on, so I'm going to glue that on right now. Or like so. So you can see it fits on quite nicely. Whether that gives us the right angle or not remains to be seen. I might just need changing ever so slightly. Now would be a good time to maybe try and stick the plasma gun on as well. I can reposition this And really what I try and do these two pieces at the same time, so we can ensure that they are all lined up perfectly. So I can just get my little file and just sort of push that in place. I mean, ideally as well, you could just attach it to your plasma gun. Maybe that's what I should have done. And then you can just wiggle it so it's in position, like so. I think it was quite a good join, actually. So all what's left to do is put a head on him. Now you could use any head from the Chaos Space Marine range, or even Space Marine range, and I'm actually, because I want to do Night Lords for mine, I'm taking one of the heads from the Chaos Reavers. Not Chaos Reavers, sorry, Primaris Reavers. I know what I mean. Because I have these skull heads, and they look so cool for Night Lords. We're going to be using them throughout this video, and I'm going to convert one up for the Lord to look more chaosy and more Night Lordy. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, here's our plasma gunner. I think he looks pretty cool. So I'll put him to one side to dry. Now with this one, I want to show you how to equip him with a bolt pistol and chainsword combo. Because some Space Marines go into battle with close combat weapons and pistols rather than the bolt guns. I think they're equipped with both, aren't they, in the rules? So I just have a bolt pistol and chainsword from the Chaos Space Marine box. I've built them up to this stage, so and I've chopped the peg off there, so we're not going to have that arm on. I'm also going to give him a different backpack. Interestingly, this is a regular Chaos Space Marine backpack. This is the backpack that these guys come with, so their backpacks are actually smaller, despite them being larger themselves, which is quite interesting. I'm going to use this backpack later on, but for now I'm going to use one of these old ones. You can get these still with the Khorne Berserkers, and they're okay. I don't really like them that much, but I thought I'd just mix things up a little bit. So I'm going to cut the peg off the back, like so, and the backpack will glue on there like that. That seems to fit okay. I'm also going to put the chainsword on like so. I'll file this down a bit more so it's a bit more flush. I apologise if I got out of shot doing that. That's going to go on like so. I'm basically just going to talk you through this one and then do the glue up off camera, and I'll show you afterwards. So you could chop this bit off and put the whole arm on. Seems like a lot of work. I'm just going to chop this one down here. But if you were to chop this arm off, maybe get a saw and go down there and chop all that off with the shoulder pad and that, you'll take off a bit of this pistol holster. But by doing that, you'd free him up completely, and you could probably equip him with any arms from the Chaos or Space Marine range. So yeah, that's going to go on there like so. So yeah, and again, I'll use one of these Primaris Reaver heads because they're quite cool. So I'm going to get all these pieces glued up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I come back. So these pieces are now on, and they are still drying, but I thought I'd quickly show you how he's looking. And as you can see, there's one piece still missing, and that is a shoulder pad. So I'm just going to take this one from the Chaos Space Marine set, and that's going to go on there like so. And that is our guy with a bolt pistol and chainsword. Now there are better posed ones of these. These are just the ones I had on hand, but I still think they work quite good, and it's made him look quite unique compared to how they were originally. So this is our two regular Chaos Space Marine guys. So yeah, I'm quite happy with them. So I think it's time we move on to the Chaos Lord. Okay, so the Chaos Lord, here's his main two body halves. He's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I want to change his head, and the head's quite well sunk into this, so yeah, it's not going to come out in one piece, that's for sure. So let's get rid of this top knot. Get rid of this top knot. And really it's just going to be a case of just chopping down. I'll chop his face right off like so. And then start chopping it around. You can see, okay, just chopping around here like this. I have no idea what kind of mess this is all going to leave. And then maybe just chop down the middle or something. Start taking out just small chunks at a time. Like so. And then I can take my knife, just scrape away at any bits what are left. That's not too bad, it's not terrible. Hopefully we can fit a new head in there. Now, with this one we might as well put the two body pieces together. I don't really like how we have these sort of pegs that hold the arms in like so. I could try, it's awkward, it's so awkward doing these, but essentially that'll fit in there like that. If you're gluing things down it's not so bad. But that's meant to sit in there like that, you see, and... Right, I'll tell you what, this hammer is well in the way and we're not going to use it, so... I'm at least just going to chop off the hand for now. I'll probably need to chop off more of that arm, but... Yeah, when I was putting them together how he's meant to be, it is a bit of a pain. Because you've got to put them together like that and... go like that. And I don't like how these snap fit stuff have like the shoulder pads in two pieces, because the join is normally quite obvious. But yeah, we're going to replace this arm with something else. I have an idea. But I'm thinking I'm going to keep this one and we'll replace the head and the backpack. So, just looking at what we've got there. It's a helmet head. That can go in sort of that way. Let me look at that way. I'm going to have to take away more here. I'll just ping something on the floor. Hopefully it's not something I need. It's not the head because that's his. So that's good. Yeah, I think I really just have to keep sort of just gouging away there until we get a nice sort of neck place. And then that will essentially... Now it's gone on the floor. That will essentially go in there a bit better. These little bits just keep pinging everywhere. So I'll pick that up and see how that is. In the meantime, we might as well get this arm on. That's his plasma pistol. I couldn't really think of anything else I could give him what would be better than the plasma. But I will change his quick combat weapon. He's going to be a Night Lord, so we're going to make him look a little bit more Night Lord-y. Okay, so, glued into a base. Glued his head on. Now the head's still drying. And that's how it's looking. It's not too bad. Can't reposition it any other way other than that, but I think that will suit this miniature. And I'm going to add a couple of little accessories to the head once that's fully dry. In the meantime, I thought we'll focus on this arm. As you can see, I've chopped it down right to the elbow here. Now I've got one of these lightning claws. Now this is a resin one. I think it's from the Cataphracti Terminators from Forge World, but obviously you could get them in plastic now. And I've just sort of chopped it off its shoulder pad, so it's like this. And the idea is that that will go on there like so. I think a lightning claw. Sorry, I'll give him a shot. I think a lightning claw suit with Night Lords quite well. Now, of course, you could use any lightning claw, or even any weapon that you so wish, of course. Now, as this is resin, I do have to super glue it on. Now, you can see what I mean about the shoulder pad. I just don't like how they have these shoulder pads like this on the snap fit stuff. But yeah, I'm going to use a bit of super glue because this is resin. And I'm going to have that sort of going across him a bit like that. So it's not the best join in the world, but I think it will do. And yeah, I think that suits the pose quite well. So it looks like he's sort of striding forward with his big power and lightning claw, sorry, in front of him. Okay, so here's how he is looking now. So there's just a couple of things to do. First is his backpack. Now I've chopped off the pegs on the back as I did previously with the Chaos Marines. And as I said earlier, I'm going to take one from the regular Chaos Space Marine set. And that's going to go on there. That bit, oh, that bit does stick out a little bit, so it could be worth just sort of filing it down there, or even chopping that a little bit off, trying to poke myself with a file. And that'll go on there like that. That's not too bad actually, so I'm going to put that on like so. That should that should stick on okay. I'm not a massive fan of the backpack that comes with him. This is his backpack. It's quite small. It's okay, but not really a massive fan of that, in all honesty. This one's a little bit more imposing. So, this next step is just because he's a Night Lord. You don't have to do this on yours. I mean, you could give your Chaos Lord any head you so wish. I'm going to take this. This is from the High Elf Noble, I believe. I think you also get a similar piece with the Dragon as well. And yeah, I'm going to take these like winged bits and have them on the side of his head, because that's just very Night Lord-esque. And I want to try and cut these off as clean as I can. And essentially they're going to go on like so. Give them that Night Lord's look. So what sort of angle did I do that? Okay, so yeah, I'll probably file them down a little bit, get them glued on, and then our Lord will be done, and we can show him off with his Chaos Space Marines. And here are all three miniatures. So these pieces on his head might not be to everyone's taste, but it does give him that sort of Night Lord's look. They are an absolute pain to put on. I'm not even sure if they're sort of parallel, but they're as best as I could get them. Yeah, I'm really happy with how these came out. I really like the Reaver heads on these, so it gives them that Night Lord's feel. And yeah, they're quite easy to convert. So if you have any spare ones of these, you could probably pick them up on eBay and probably get quite a few to make a proper Chaos Space Marine squad, if you so wish. No doubt we'll see Chaos Space Marines of this size in the future, and you might be watching this video in the future when they're already out, who knows. But yeah, I'm just putting the plasma gun on ones, pretty easy, as you've just seen, and giving them different weapons, like close combat weapons, quite easy. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. And then the Lord, there's endless possibilities really. You could replace any weapon, any arm. His head wasn't too bad to do. I was a little bit worried as it was quite sort of buried into the armour, but managed to change it okay. And yeah, you could give him any type of Chaos head. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about these things. I think that should be over a bit more. This still not fully dry, but they don't look too terrible. And yeah, just a regular Chaos Space Marine backpack seemed to work quite well on him also. I think that does look better than that little one that he had. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how these turned out. So in the next conversion video, we're going to be looking at the Traitor Guard, and that video is going to go up on Patreon, but you will be able to see it on YouTube in the future. Again, if you're watching this in the future, that will already be out, but for those who are watching it not long after it goes up, as most people tend to do, then yeah, you can head over to our Patreon to check that out if you so wish. Just for as little as $1 you could sign up and watch that video, so that would be awesome. We're trying to put up more early access videos on Patreon now. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing some of these videos before anyone else, you could hop over there. And if you have enjoyed this video, then please do feel free to give it a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comments down below, or if you have attempted to convert these yourself, I'd love to hear what you guys have done to yours as well. And all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.